Happy Sunday, everyone. Welcome to Take 5. I'm your host, Carla Salinas. Fencing is a sport that has taken on in recent years, and if you don't know what fencing is, no worries. Joining us today is Grace Buchanan from the Valley Fencing Club to give us all the details about fencing. Grace, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you so much for having me.
So we don't really hear much about women who are coaches in fencing. You know, how long have you been doing this?
I have been a coach for the last 20 years. And I've been involved with fencing since 1979. I took my first class at Texas State.
Now this is something that's really, really special. I feel like fencing doesn't get the hype that it deserves. You know, what sort of things does it involve?
Well, it takes a lot of hand-eye coordination. You've got to have a lot of endurance, because when you get on a really good bout, going back and forth with a super good fencer, that takes a lot of energy. It takes training, and that's where I come in. I'm the only certified fencing coach south of San Antonio, and I'm so happy to be in the Valley and bring that sport to this area. At my club, I have a club. It's called Valley Fencing Club. We're in Brownsville and in Harlingen. I teach all three weapons. So there's saber, epee, and foil. So let's talk a little bit about fencing in general.
Yeah.
The object of the game is to touch, but not be touched. It is safer than golfing, because you could get struck by lightning with golfing.
That's true. Hey, that's true.
It's true. And it is one of the fastest Olympic sport, with the exception of the bullet being shot out of a gun. So if refereeing, you have to have a really good eye to see things. And it's just something I learned a long time ago, and I've been involved in since 1979. And I just love it. It is the perfect sport, because you can start fencing when you're very young and continue until you're old. Like at the national level, they have events for age levels, and believe it or not, they have a group for the 60-year-olds, a group for the 70-year-olds, a group for the 80-years-old. They also have groups for the young kids. They have fencing, of course, for everyone, but there's such a thing as wheelchair fencing, and there's fencing for the blind. So it's an incredible sport that is very, very inclusive.
Where do you teach the classes?
Okay, in Harlingen, I teach at the Casa de Amistad. In Brownsville, at the Alpha School.
All right, well, I'm super excited. I know that you brought some gear for me to try. Now I'm really excited. So what do you say we change it up and I get into some gear?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, let's go.
And your feet, this one's gonna point that direction. This exactly like mine. And you're gonna do a lunge. You extend your blade, and then you lunge.
On guard.
On guard.
Okay, and then you're gonna...
How about you advance and I retreat?
Okay, I'll
do it. And then... Ah! Do that. Okay, on guard. Ready, finish. You just do a perfect counter.
So much fun. Oh my gosh.
Excellent.
Thank you very much, Grace. I had so much fun hanging out with you.
Thank you.
All right. Guys, I'm sweating.
After 50 years, this place is still calling the shots, and it's a great place to check out if you have some free time this holiday season.
My name is Carlos de la Rosa. I'm here at the billiard room in Brownsville, Texas. We've been running this business for about 50 years now. It started back in '73. My dad originally is the one that opened the business. He had a passion for billiards at a very young age, and he used to tell me that back then there was no places to play billiards other than maybe downtown in what they used to call a pool hall. His dream was to provide a family place to where he would improve the image of billiards. It was just a small place, 6 tables. It grew to what it is now, which is 18 pool tables. It takes a little bit of skill, but it's something that's easy to learn. Some people are afraid maybe of trying it because they don't know how to do it, but After a little bit of practice, I mean, it's just a matter of, finding the right weight on the cue stick. You just come in, you rent the table, you get the rack of balls, you get the cue sticks off the wall, and then you just do your best to try and play the game. If anyone needs instructions on how to play a game or what types of games to play, our staff here kind of knows and kind of help you out and tell you what 8-ball is about, what 9-ball is about, how to play 8-ball, how to play 9-ball. And so those are the kind of more popular games that are played. I talk to customers all the time that either went to a local high school or local junior high and remember coming here when they were in high school and they were in junior high. I've got lots of friends that come repeatedly now, and now they bring their sons or daughters to come in and play. So that's kind of neat to see a second generation come in and to play pool that their parents used to enjoy themselves when they were young. My favorite part is to be able to provide something nice for the community, because if we had decided to close, this wouldn't be here. We'd have one less spot or one less place to go to in town. And so just the fact that we could keep it open and continue to provide a nice place. Just like people from Brownsville go to McAllen to have a good time, I mean, there's no reason why people from McAllen can't come down to Brownsville to do the same. So we're here and we're available for anyone that wants to come try it from the Valley, Harlingen, McAllen, anywhere in the Rio Grande Valley. We've got a great place, beautiful place to come in and enjoy yourself. We kind of like to start at about 13 years old and higher as far as age groups, but other than that, everyone's welcome, and we're here to serve and to help you have a nice time.
Casa Hidalgo County is a nonprofit organization that is volunteer-based that represents children in foster care. And joining us today to talk about how you can get involved is Director Veronica Whitaker. Veronica, thanks so much for being here.
Thank you for asking us to come over and to boast about CASA. So we're excited.
So tell us about CASA.
So CASA has been around since 1994. And so CASA stands for Court-Appointed Special Advocates. And so the most important word that I tell everybody that in CASA is, of course, the advocate. Because what we do is we look for people or anybody, just yourself, your family, those who are over 21 years old, and we train them to be an advocate. And then that advocate actually is given a case, either with one child or two children, and then they are actually the voice when they go to court. And so what happens is that we train them on the weekends. And so once we train them on 2 Saturdays, and then they get to do online 2 Saturdays, and then they are sworn in by Judge Carlos Villalon. And then once they're sworn in, then that means they're ready to go as an actual advocate, as a certified advocate. And then that child, we'll give them a case, and we'll say you have 1 or 2 kids, and what we need you to do is to learn all about what's going on, why they're in foster care, why they live with a grandmother, why they've been removed from home, but we do try to find permanency and safety and loving care for these children as soon as they become part of our organization.
And Veronica, tell us a little bit about the need in the Valley.
You're looking at probably 700 just in Hidalgo County, and those are ones that we know about. Right now, House Bill 570 was moved about 2 years ago, and so now the child has to be in imminent danger, meaning that the only one that can remove them from their home at that point is the police department and the sheriff's department. And if nobody sees that happening, then the child is not removed from their home. So our numbers right now are very low.
Are you looking for a certain number of advocates, or?
We're always looking for advocates. We are always, yes, requesting anybody. And like I tell a lot of them that even though you're working 8 to 5, we still take care of you after 5 o'clock in the afternoon. My staff will say, we're not going to come in at 10 tomorrow because I'm going to be visiting with an advocate tomorrow from 5 to 7. I said, great, that's what you want to do, that's perfectly fine with us, no problem. But yes, we are constantly, like right now, I know for sure we have probably 12 advocates that we need for our cases. And of course, when we don't have an advocate, my staff takes over, but it kind of gets to be it's a heavy burden on them because they've got 4 cases plus their cases with the advocate. And so we are always seeking anybody that's over the age of 21 and that's wanting to give back to their community.
Well, we're so thankful that you do it. Thank you so much for doing that for the community.
No, I'd do it over and over again if I had to, with no problem.
And thanks for being here today.
Oh, thank you for inviting us, because every time I get to boast about CASA, I think, okay, I'm going to get 2 more advocates, 3 more advocates, because they listened and they heard me.
Yeah, thanks again. If you would like more information on how to become an advocate, contact 956-381-0346.
Don't go anywhere. Did you know there's a distillery in the RGV? We'll show you coming up next. When you think of Port Isabel, you may think beach and seafood, but did you know it's also home of the Valley's only distillery? Take 5's Trista Castillo gives us all the details.
Today we're taking you to Port Isabel's hidden gem. Located right next to the causeway, you'll find Rio Grande Distillery, where we got to talk to the man himself, Jared Henry, who is the Valley's master distiller for moonshine, whiskey, gin, and vodka. Jared says he's from southern Missouri and started distilling his own moonshine at a really young age.
So I know a little bit about moonshine. Can you tell our viewers at home who don't know about moonshine just what it is and how you guys distill it?
So moonshine is basically a white whiskey. Moonshine is just the alcohol before it's placed in the barrel. And here it is distilled from barley and corn. So we make a traditional moonshine. It's very smooth, and it's the base of all of our agua frescas drinks. And then from that, we grow the moonshine. We can take that and redistill it and clean it up. We make that into a vodka. Then we take the vodka, we redistill that again. We can convert that into a gin.
Oh wow,
make a very fine gin. And so basically moonshine is the base spirit for what we create here in Rio Grande Distillery.
So why the Rio Grande Valley?
Running from the law.
Well, we can cut that part out.
You asked. Actually, people like that stuff. Everybody likes a bandit.
And so you have different flavors of moonshine, as you can see behind me. So tell me a little bit about the flavors.
I wanted to do something that was local, to us here, nobody had done before. So I take aguas frescas, horchata, mango, watermelon. I turn it into a liqueur, a 50 proof liqueur. And we make also apple pie. That's a very popular moonshine. People like that a lot. If they try it, it tastes like an apple pie coming right out of the oven. We have a very broad range of drinks here. Like I said, they're all handcrafted, and as far as I'm concerned, some of the best drinks in the valley.
So let's try it out. Wow, you made me into a gin person.
So you can buy here from the distillery. We do sell direct to customers as they come in. Our gin is in Specs and Feldman's around the valley. If you don't see it, ask for it.
Rio Grande Distillery is located at 110A North Garcia in Port Isabel. So go ahead and try some awesome valley-made drinks and crafted food. For Take 5, I'm Trista Castillo.
This school district is helping their students get a head start to their career. All the details coming up in just 2 minutes.
The following segment is supported by Harlingen CISD.
Harlingen CISD offers 12 academies to help their students get career ready, and they're an open enrollment district. Take 5's Trista Castillo tells us how you can apply.
It's exciting times at Harlingen CISD, filled with opportunity, and here to speak with us today is Student Outreach Coordinator Juan Rodriguez. Thank you so much for being here today.
Well, thank you for having us. We're excited that you guys are visiting us today and want to discuss the many opportunities that we have here at HCISD.
We're very excited as well. Well, first off, what does a Student Outreach Coordinator do for the parents who want to come to Harlingen CISD?
Well, my primary job is to inform the community of the different options that we have at HCISD, not just the current options that we have, but what we have lined up for our 2024-2025 school year.
Got you. Okay, so if someone from a different district wants to bring their child to the district, how can they do that?
Sure. They could either visit our website, hcisd.org, or even visit our Facebook page. We already have a lot of our re-registration content out there. They could also call 956-427-3515, and that's with our FACE team. Those are the direct specialists that do the student intake itself. So there's different options out there that they can go ahead and reach out to us.
And Mr. Rodriguez, you were talking to me a little earlier about all of the new opportunities that the district is offering. Talk to us a little bit about that.
Absolutely. And so we have our aviation program that's coming up for 2024-2025 school year. That's a very popular program, as you can imagine. Yeah. We also have our esports as well. Esports is huge, right? And we found a great way that we're able to correlate not just the gaming alone aspect of it, but also the programming side of it that involves a lot of the thinking and the critical thinking for the kids to go ahead and accomplish those goals. So we're super excited with these programs that we have lined up.
So it's all coming in 2024, right?
2024-2025 school year. So we are informing the community of what we have here lined up. So at the moment, even currently, we do have some great programs. Any parent that is interested in joining the HCISD family, we're setting up tours. Any campus of their choice. We have those tours led by the principal, and at the same time, they'll have a counselor there that will be able to register their kids for the following school year or even the current school year.
Wow, that's amazing. So what do they have to do to get into the schools?
Yeah, so they could go ahead and just reach out to us. We're always out there in the community. They could visit us on Facebook as well. They could send us a message on Facebook. They could go to our website, and our website right now currently has almost like a takeover. So as soon as you go to the website, it'll ask you if you want to register. So you can go ahead and click on that link and just follow those steps there, and we'll be able to set them up for a campus tour.
Perfect, that sounds so easy.
Yes, it's super easy, and we're excited, and we want all the folks out there to know that HCISD is really the place to be at. We have some awesome programs that we have lined up for our 2024-2025 school year, and we're just excited to get in front of the community.
Awesome, well thank you so much for talking to us today.
I appreciate you, thank you for visiting us.
Harlingen CISD is an open enrollment school district. For more information, you can visit their website on the screen. Well, it's that time again. It's the Made in the 956 Extra Time with Morning News anchor Trey Sedna. Trey, love having you in the studio, what do you got for us today?
Yeah, so there's a karate school in Harlingen that's fixing to celebrate a very special milestone. 40 years of serving the Valley community. So check this out. Johnny's Korean Karate School first opened its doors back in 1984. Johnny Gonzalez is the owner, and he got into martial arts as a child as a way to protect himself from bullies. He says the secret to his success is his passion for the sport. The school also prides itself in teaching the traditional values of Taekwondo. Now, they tell me they don't do any watered-down versions of karate, and that's what they pride themselves in.
Oh my gosh, did he teach you any moves?
No, I was an observer. I let the students kind of take over and let them do their thing. I don't want to hurt myself, but
yeah.
But yeah, there was definitely some cool stuff watching them do it all quick and stuff.
Or
yeah.
they could have hurt you, right?
Exactly, yeah.
Well, Trey, you were telling me the school's having a big celebration for their 40th anniversary, right?
Yes. So that's happening next month on Saturday, January 27th from 3 to 4 p.m. at the school. And they tell me they're going to have cake and a karate demonstration, and everyone's invited to come out. The school's actually located at 302 West Madison Avenue in Harlingen. And to learn more, you can find them on Facebook.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much, Trey.
Hey, thank you for having me.
Still ahead, a journey through millions of Christmas lights. All the details in just 2 minutes.
The following segment is supported by the City of McAllen.
Okay guys, it's time for the South Pole Illuminated Fest, and we're just so excited to experience this holiday magic for one more year in the City of McAllen. Now joining us now with all of the details is Yahaira Flores and Joe Vera with the City of McAllen. Guys, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you for having us.
Okay, so this event is fully underway. What has the experience been like so far?
It has been truly magical. We are super excited. You'll be able to catch snow. You'll see America's tallest digital Christmas tree. We have live performances, movies in the park, over 100 giant lanterns, and millions of lights.
Now, Joe, this is your 5th year now putting on this event. It's so magical, and it's actually become a tradition for a lot of families here in the RGV. What's your favorite part of the fest?
Well, my favorite part is really seeing the children that come out here. When you see the children in amazement and awe, looking at the lights, Saturdays looking at the fireworks, but being able to see the tallest digital Christmas tree in America is truly magical. And then we have this amazing train rides for the public to enjoy, so it's all pretty magical out here.
I completely agree. I love this event so much. Now, one of my favorite parts of the event is the food. I love walking around, eating a good snack, and just taking some pictures. So, Yahara, you got to tell us about the food.
Yes, well, you can have hot cocoa, you can have s'mores around a fire pit. We also have funnel cakes. We have tacos, hot dogs, hamburgers, a little bit of everything for everybody to be able to enjoy.
Perfect. And for tickets and more information, where can people go to?
You can go to southpoleoftexas.com or ticketmaster.com to purchase your tickets.
Well, thank you both so much for joining us today. You guys at home, make sure you make it on down to the McAllen Convention Center and enjoy a night full of amazing treats. Okay guys, here's a look at what's going on across the RGV. Junior Supermarket is having free photos with Santa on Thursday, December 21st from 1 to 3 p.m. at their San Juan location. And UTRGV versus UT basketball game is happening on Wednesday, December 20th at the Bert Ogden Arena. Get your tickets right now at goutrgv.com. That's it for now, guys. Thank you so much for spending your weekend with us. Make sure to follow us on social media at take5.krgv to keep up with Take 5. And we'll see you guys next Saturday. Have a great week and stay safe.